This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Thursday morning. I think it's Thursday. That's the paper said Thursday. But please, listen to what I say about everything, because what I tell you is the truth. Now, if I tell you what day it is, don't believe that, because I got a bad thing about dates. I don't know. But, you know, when you work 7 days a week like most of us have to do because of these politicians, and I say politicians, I don't want anybody not to be able to distinguish between a politician and no-count, low-life, good-for-nothing son of a bitch that does for him, does for his family, does for his close friends once he gets elected. That's the no-good son of a bitch that we call politicians. Look it up in Bob Romanik's dictionary. The public servant, on the other hand, is one that gets elected, then does for his community, does for his country, does for his people, represents his people. And his people isn't his family or his close friends. His people is everyone that put him in that coveted position. I spoke with a good friend of mine today, said the same thing. He said, Bob, I'm glad you distinguish between the public servants and the politicians, just like I'm glad you distinguish between the let's be politically correct here, the plantation Negroes and the proud black community. I have so many proud black people all throughout St. Clair County, and we've been all out getting petitions signed for the election coming up next November. And I tell you, these bastards that get in office, they make it difficult for somebody new trying to get on the ballot to try to get elected, but I guess that's part of the job. You got to fight through all this crap. I'm sure everybody that's not the incumbent will have their petitions looked at, scrutinized, objected to. Because, you know, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. You heard me yesterday. Why wouldn't these political bastards let everybody run? Why do they try to get God Sprague, you piece of crap? And again, I have to always apologize to the pieces of crap because they're not as bad as God Sprague, Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, John Red on the Noodle like a pecker on a poodle, Bear Civic. And don't be mad. I just said John Red on a Noodle. I had a 78, 79-year-old beautiful elderly lady call me and say, hey, Bob, why don't you call him Red on the Noodle like a little red pecker on a poodle? So don't blame me for that one. Blame that nice 78, 79-year-old lady. But you have to understand that this country is in a downward spiral. Nobody's got money. The federal government, how the hell can the federal government not have money? All they got to do is go in the back room and print some more. Now, the state governments, the local governments, we're really screwed. But when the federal government starts crying I guess they don't have enough money. They've spent everything. They don't have enough money to buy ink to print more money. I don't know what the hell it is, but people, you have to understand. You're not going to get the nice side of anything from Bob Romanik, because that's the problem. People don't want to address the serious situations. It's like a bill that you have. Well, I'll put it back on the shelf. I won't pay it right now. Then you put another bill on the shelf that you didn't pay, and another, and eventually you know what happens. You've got bills stacked up that you can't pay, that you'll never be able to pay. And that's what these political bastards have done throughout our nation. They just keep spending. Now they have to tax, spend. You go to the courthouse in St. Clair County. You got that greasy little son of a bitch, you little rotten bastard, Herb the Hemorrhoid Simmons. This son of a bitch is not qualified to wipe his own ass. I mean, when he was younger, I grew up with him. The guy wiped his ass with his hand. He wasn't smart enough to know that's what toilet paper was for. And now the son of a bitch is head of our 911, our emergency broadcast system, only because he was so far up Mark Sweetcake's Kern's ass. I told you, Kern gave him that job because every time Kern sit down, he was lumpy. Because he had Herbie the Hemorrhoid Simmons' head up his ass. So he said, hey, Herbie, I got to give you a job so you can get away from me. You'll see Herbie today. He's like a little puppy. The son of a bitch is not qualified to do anything, but he made his son public safety director. After, in the newspaper, his son was convicted of arson. Got it expunged. Can't find it hardly anywhere. But see, that's what these politicians do. They take care of their own. But Herb Simmons, what a piece of crap you are, you little bitch boy. But it's bastards like that, making $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 a year because they kiss Kern's ass. Why would a man, I ask you, well, Kern's not a man, but why would a man want anybody? I don't want anybody. Everybody that's ever worked for me when I was a chief, when I had my private investigative business, whoever worked for me, never did I want them to kiss my ass. I wanted them to do their job. I wanted them to be qualified to do their job. That's what a man does. A little bitch boy, like Sweet Cakes and like God Sprague, their day's not complete unless they have someone following them around, kissing their ass. And I'll tell you what, Herb Simmons, if there was a job, ass kisser of St. Clair County, I would recommend you and give you $1 million because you're probably the best. Having said that, I'm take care of some of my emails here. Glenn Strathman, thanks for the email, Glenn. It says, hello, Bob. You don't know me, but I listen to your station almost every day. I thought you would like to know that you have several deputies from St. Louis County, Missouri, as fans of your station. May you continue to be on the air forever. Well, Glenn, I don't know if everybody agrees with you on that, especially the politicians. Great to know we have someone fighting for the rights we all believe in. And Glenn, we're all fighting for those rights. I just have the opportunity to be on the airway. I'm no better, no worse than any citizen, any person walking this great United States of America. You know, when they said all men and women are created equal, that's true. We all are created equal. It's what we do with our lives that makes us even better or worse. Now, you go out and save somebody's life, you're better. You go out and take somebody's life, then you're worse. But we all are created equal. It's what we do with our lives. Great to know we have someone fighting for the rights we believe in. I hope you get elected to the position you are running for state rep. Best wishes, Glenn Strathman and most of the deputies in the field. Glenn, I want to tell you thank you guys over in St. Louis County. I appreciate you listening. I hope you believe and fight for what our forefathers fought for. Our rights for freedoms, our right to get out under this attack. And I think Carl, officer yesterday, he was right. We not only have to worry about the terrorists out of this country, we have to worry about our political terrorists. They've been terrorizing us for the last 20, 30, 40 years. But I want to salute again all the law enforcement all throughout this great country. firefighters, policemen, first responders. But I especially like to put a salute out today to the proud men and women in blue with the O'Fallon, Illinois Police Department. You know, they do a great job in O'Fallon, Illinois. I know I've got a lot of listeners, especially the police department. And I don't support the police department because I'm afraid of the police department. I don't support the police departments because I think I'm going to get something, maybe a break if I roll through a stop sign. I support the police departments because I respect professional law enforcement. I sincerely respect professional law enforcement, and I hope every decent citizen does. Now, there's some bad policemen. There's some bad everything. You get the priests. There's some really bad priests. But you can't hold one or two bad son of a bitches against the vast majority. I don't care who they are. So, again, I want to always salute the police officers. Also want to salute our good friends in Smithton, Illinois. It's a great village. And, you know, they have great leadership out there. You never hear anything bad about Smithton. Apparently, they don't have any politicians out there. They must have public servants. They must have people that do for the community. And that's what we all ought to do. So the people of Smithton, thank you very much for listening. I talk about the courthouse. And there's a lot of crap going on at the courthouse. And I was told that a lady called me, said, Bob, a lot of the officials from the election department at the county clerk's office, you know, Mr. Haney, Tom Holbrook Haney, say are going in and out of Sprague's office constantly. Now, you know what? Has Sprague got a county office now? Did he rent his office out to the county clerk, to the election department? See, that's what goes on, people. You're going to see these rotten bastards. I think, personally, if they don't steal the election down in East St. Louis, we got to worry about them at the county clerk's office in St. Clair County. You know, with Mr. Tom Holbrook Haney. You know Mr. Haney from Green Acres? Hey, I got a deal for you. Holbrook's got a deal for everybody. The deal he gave us is a screwing. Him, his wife, after all his pensions, they'll be getting about $135,000 a year. And his wife was smart and embarrassed, I think. She worked for the state, never used Holbrook's last name. And I tell you what, I don't think I would I'd rather be called Craphead than Holbrook. But $135,000 in pensions that we're going to be paying. Just kind of remember that. Hey, also, Judge Kelly up at the courthouse. How you doing, buddy? Tell me you're having a great time up at that courthouse. I guess you enjoy your job that much, Judge Kelly, that you're having such a great time. And Judge Kelly, I think you know what I'm talking about, don't you, buddy? I think you know, Judge Kelly. So, we won't take that any further right now. We're making sure that we have all our ducks in a row. But talk about people getting screwed at the courthouse. Hell, when you walk in there, you get screwed. It's like going to a whorehouse and not having to pay. You're having sex up there, but, you know, they're bending you over. What do you call that? The St. Clair County whorehouse. But it's hell. It's hell when you continue to get screwed. Nobody does anything. They sit there and bitch at the taverns. They bitch all over, but nothing ever gets done. Speaking of bitches, Curtis McCall Jr., you no count, no good for nothing. You're going to destroy that once great village of Cahokia, Illinois. They tell me, now they have this lady, Christine, who had a food pantry. They shut it down, Curtis McCall Jr. Shut it down after he was elected. Of course, him and Daddy, Curtis McCall Sr. and their family, they're going to eat good this holiday season. But I'm calling you out, Curtis McCall Jr., and I'm calling out Brendan Kelly. This lady who has a 503c corporation, I guess it's a non-for-profit, she had all of her equipment, all of the refrigerators and freezers in the building that the city owned. So they shut her down. Curtis McCall Jr. shut her down. And you didn't shut her down, Curtis McCall Jr. You stopped the poor people, black and white, from having a decent meal. And nothing pisses me off more. I remember growing up, had one meal a day. Thought I was lucky. And I'll tell you, every one of you son of a bitches that I hate, if you're hungry, come up here. I'll feed you. Because nobody in this great United States of America should go hungry. Nobody, you hear me? And I mean that. My worst enemy, I would not let him go without a meal. But Curtis McCall Jr., here it is, the holiday season. And they're telling us that he won't release, there are a couple dozen freezers and refrigerators for the food pantry. Christina has a new food pantry location that was donated by, I believe, the American Legion, could be wrong, or the VFW. One of the two or the three, the veterans groups. Curtis McCall Jr. won't release the refrigerators, won't release the freezers. They tell me there's food coming in from over in St. Louis. They have these big food distribution places that will bring some food over for the less fortunate, the hungry. They have no place to put it. It'll all spoil. Curtis McCall Jr., what a piece of total crap. What a piece of political scum you are. I'm challenging you and demanding, Curtis, as a human being. I don't give a damn about you and your daddy, you and your black-ass daddy. And the last time I saw him, his black ass was a black ass. If it was a white ass, I'd just say a white ass. People say, hey, you can't say black. Black, 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 black. I can say white, 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 purple, purple, purple. You are what you are. Not good, bad, or indifferent. It's what you do that makes you good, bad, or indifferent. Curtis McCall Jr., all that food's coming over to Cahokia to feed the less fortunate, to feed the hungry for the holiday seasons, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. And you're going to hold up and not give this lady that's getting all this food, not going to give this lady the refrigerators, the freezers that are hers, that are owned by the 503c corporation. They tell me you're wanting serial numbers and you're wanting this and that. Hey, Curtis McCall, these people are hungry, you rotten bastard. You piece of scumbag, jerk-off son of a bitch. These people are hungry. I don't give a damn if they'd be for me or against me. I'm feeding them. And you ought to do the same thing. Isn't it amazing, people, when they'll take the less fortunate people and use them as pawns? I wouldn't give a damn. I swear to you, I'm running for state representative. If every son of a bitch come to me and says, Bob, you're a no good bastard, I'm not voting for you, but my family is hungry, I swear on everything near and dear to me that I would feed them. And Curtis McCall Jr., it's not costing you a penny, you rotten bastard. This is not a political game. This is people wanting to eat, people that go to bed hungry. Curtis McCall Jr., I'm asking you, not as a politician, not as even a good person, because you're not, but as a human being. Isn't it better that you can go to bed at night and say, hey, I did all I could do to feed our people. And our people aren't black people. Our people aren't white people. Our people are our people, American people. And in this great country, we have people going to bed hungry. We got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, this is Walter Schmid, SCHMID. When you said what that food pantry was donated by, that was the Knights of Columbus, 4596 Cahokia.
Knights, okay, Walter. I'm sorry I didn't have it. That's Knights of Columbus, and what's the local number?
The console number is 4596.
And
because that building belongs to the Knights of Columbus, and we donated it to Christina for the Citizens Food Pantry.
Walter, are you an officer with the Knights of Columbus?
Yes. Yes, I'm on one of them, yes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Walter, you tell all the guys out at the Knights of Columbus anything that we can do, I can do through the radio station, any fundraisers, anything, you give us a call, because that was awful nice of you. I know you guys don't play politics, but you've give this Christina, and I've met the lady a couple times, you give her the opportunity to help feed the needy, the less fortunate than me and you, Walter, and a lot of people. So, hey, I want to salute all you guys at the Knights of Columbus 4596. Thank you very much. I hope you guys have a good holiday, and keep up the good work, Walter.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the call, sir. You know, people have to get involved. People have to they want to get involved. The Knights of Columbus gave that building, they could have got $600, $800, maybe $1,000 a month for rent. I do for people. We can all. You heard me with the Murray Center. Those poor, less fortunate men and women at the Murray Center in Centralia that our good friend, State Representative out of Oakville, Charlie Meyer, is always fighting for. Wouldn't you much rather donate a little bit for food and clothing and shelter for somebody other than somebody donating food and clothes and shelter to you? Hell yes, you would. And I'm not a religious guy. But you don't have to be religious to see some poor gal or poor guy or poor anything not eating. And a bastard like you, Curtis McCall Jr., you're going to stop the food from coming in, stop the food from being sent out to the hungry, to the less fortunate, because you want to play politics, you rotten bastard piece of crap. You're eating good. You're sitting there at the school right now making $80,000, $90,000 a year. You make another $50,000. You're making $150,000 a year, you greedy, parasitical punk. And these poor people are going to starve. And again, I don't give a damn who gets credit. I don't give a damn who gets a vote. I give a damn who gets their bellies full. And in this great country of ours, it never should happen. But it's happening. All we can do is the best we can do. Curtis McCall, release all those freezers and refrigerators. They belong to that 503c corporation. If I come into your people's house and stole everything out of your house and you wanted it back, would you have serial numbers for everything? Hell no, you wouldn't. You may have receipts. You're not going to have serial numbers. But Curtis McCall Jr. and Curtis McCall Sr., because he's a piece of crap too. He's all up God Sprague's ass. And you people in Centerville Township, Curtis McCall got elected, said he was going to fight for you people. He doesn't fight for anybody but the Curtis McCall family. Hey, and you out there, you idiot, while I'm on that subject, you idiot, Joanne Reed. She got a sign up saying, let's incorporate Allerton into Centerville. What an idiot you are, Joanne Reed. You're a disgraced mayor of Allerton. That's why you're not happy with the good people of Allerton. A lot of good people in Allerton, Illinois. A lot of good people in Centerville. But for you, Joanne Reed, you need to have your greasy ass in the background. You need to take that wig, that $3 wig you must got at the Bozo Hair Salon. Take that wig and turn it around so nobody can see that ugly face of yours. You little skanky, sawed-off piece of political crap. Curtis McCall told you to eat dog crap. You'd be down on all fours eating it. That's the problem, people. These politicians have taken over our lives. They've taken over our lives. I spoke with someone yesterday. Said, Bob, we're supporting you for state representative. I said, you're never going to see a race like my race. It's not going to be a conventional race because I'm not a conventional kind of guy. I'm going to do what I got to do to get it done. And it's not going to be pretty all the time. But I'm going to fight for East St. Louis. I'm going to fight for Millstadt. I'm going to fight for Freeburg, for Smithton, for Lebanon, for O'Fallon, all in my district. I'm not going to vote because a political leader says, Bob, you got to vote for this. I tell them to kiss my ass. I'm going to listen to people in my district. I'm going to follow their lead. They're the ones who are going to send me to Springfield. It's not Madigan. It's not Rauner. It's not the Democrats or Republicans. It's the good people in the 114th district. But these bastard politicians, they all want to play party lines. That's what's killing us. We got some more callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hi, Bob. It's Kim Deers. How are you?
Hi, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm up here working at the food pantry.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to just mention, I don't think people understand what we're talking about here. He is holding all these used freezers that were donated by people. We've actually been looking to purchase used freezers and for $50 a piece. So compare that, which we're talking under $1,000 here, right?
Wait a minute now. What do you mean under $1,000, Kim?
The value of all the stuff that he's holding, all these freezers, the value is probably less than $1,000.
Well, here, Kim, I'll tell you what then. Why don't you, for me, You have someone call Curtis McCall. Tell that son of a bitch I'll run him if he'll release that. I'll run $1,000. I'll pay $1,000 today to get those refrigerators and freezers out so you guys can get that food that's coming in and feed the poor. Would you do that? You think that would work?
Honestly, I already called his attorney that's supposedly representing him. So I think we might get them back. But my point is he's holding this equipment because he thinks that somebody else might come and claim it. Yet he's paying each of his employees that he hired, he's paying them like $1,000 a week. You know, that's what I'm saying. Compare what he's holding back from 1,600 hungry people to the $1,000 he's paying Kevin Wiggins or Trevon Tompkins to sit on their butts doing nothing.
Yeah, that's about $1,200 a week, Kim. That's $30 an hour is what they're getting paid times four.
I'm saying it's crazy. I mean, I don't understand how he's thinking. I don't understand how, like, up here, we're working to feed these people, and we are getting nothing in return. We don't want anything in return. We're concerned about these 1,600 people we don't even know. I don't understand how anybody can act the way he's acting about this.
Who is his attorney?
It's actually Clay St. Clair, and he is with Crowder and Scroggins in Columbia.
Okay. All right. Well, Kim, listen, anything we can do the radio station, but if you if you talk to Curtis McCall Jr., and I don't guess you can because I'm sure he's teaching school today or sitting his big greasy ass in a chair making big money for the school district, the Cahokia School District, you tell them if it takes $1,000 to get those refrigerators and those freezers released so we can put food into the poor people's mouths, you tell them that I'll take care of it. I'll come down with the check, and we can do it today. If not, let us know what's going on, Kim, and the best of luck to you guys, because I know you're fighting a hell of a fight out there in Cahokia, but it can't get any worse, Kim. Keep the fight up, because it's got to get better.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim. Thanks for the call. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Before we go any further, I just picked a note out of my pocket that's been washed. We were last Saturday night at Bill Furness. He's a Johnny Cash, a great Johnny Cash tribute artist, and I met some very, very nice people, and I especially want to say hi to Tom, Jason, and Della. And Della, we wish you the best. Tom, Jason, and Della, Paul, and everyone out there. I'm sure I've got other notes, but most of the time I'm a complete idiot. If I don't know what day it is, I sure the hell don't remember who I talked to, but I want to thank those good people. We've got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Hey, I got a deep freezer up in my garage that works. I'll donate that to that food pantry there in Cahokia.
You know what, Dave? Thank you very much. We're going to stay on the line. We'll try to get you, or call back after the show. We'll try to get you a number for the food pantry. But, Dave, thank you very much. Where do you live at, Dave?
I live up in Millstead, Illinois. I'm originally from Cahokia, though. I'm a member of the KC Council in Cahokia.
Well, yeah, you KC guys, a bunch of nice guys. Yeah, you donating the freezer. You guys donated the building. Hell, what the hell? You guys, you're the unsung heroes. So, Dave, I want to thank you and again everybody, the Knights of Columbus. But Call right after the show. We'll get a number. And thanks for the thought, Dave. That's awful nice of you. Because of you, maybe some less fortunate people will have a decent holiday.
You're welcome, Bob.
All right. You know, it just really pisses me off. Why in the damn hell do we have to fight to give people food? You rotten bastard, Curtis McCall, you rotten piece of crap. I'm sitting here. People are donating because you're holding the freezers and the refrigerators. There's food coming in that's going to get spoiled. But you want to play politics, you and your old man. When are you people above and below the hill going to understand that these politics are killing us? Can't play politics with people's lives. Are you crazy? All these people in Cahokia want this, Christina. All they want to do is feed the less fortunate, feed the people who are going to bed hungry, the kids, the children. And these rotten bastard politicians are using it as a political football. Same way with Kern, you no good, rotten, sweet cake bastard. He's going to get all these toys donated. And then the white boy's going to go down in the black community and dole out these toys. Here, little black boy, here, little black lady. Here's the toy for you. Come from me. Mark Sweet Cakes. Kern didn't come from you. It come from the people that donated to you. Let Santa Claus take the toys down. No, these no good bastards, they want to flip a piece of ham or a piece of turkey on a plate for the photo shoot. You've heard me many, many times. And then they're going to leave. It's the only time you see them. You know, if you only saw your wife once a year and only had sex once a year, I think you'd get rid of her, don't you? And that's what we need to do to these politicians. Get rid of them. They're only down there for the photo op because it makes them feel, I'm going to go down there and do something for the poor, black and white. 365 days a year, you rotten son of a bitches. Do something for everybody. Do something for all your constituents. Not one day, not 2 days, but 365 days a year. Anybody else, give us a call. If you've got a freezer or a refrigerator, and Dave, thanks for the thought. I didn't think about that. I'll get a freezer refrigerator too. Anybody, give us a call. We'll get a number for you. But I'd like to help them get these freezers and refrigerators because this big St. Louis food pantry is going to come in and they're going to deliver this food. And if they don't have a place to put it, you know, it'll spoil overnight. So, and again, all you guys out there at the Knights of Columbus, 4596 in Cahokia, thank you guys very much. I know tonight you'll get a good night's sleep. Let's, you know, that crap upsets me. I don't give a damn. I remember going to bed hungry, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, and I've done fairly well for myself. I've worked my ass off all these years. I'll never forget the people that are going to bed hungry because I've witnessed it. I've experienced it. A lot of these rotten bastards, this old money son of a bitches that mom and daddy's giving them $1 million, $10 million like Kern's family did. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with being rich. Nothing wrong with having your parents give you money that you never had to work for. But what's wrong is when you forget about everybody else, the less fortunate. It's unbelievable, these rich bastards. Got to be rich in your heart. You got to be rich in your gut. The hell with being rich in your wallet? One-dimensional son of a bitches piss me off. And speaking about eating, what the other thing that pisses me off? Obama. And I don't talk national issues most of the time. Obama says we're obligated is United States citizens. We're obligated to take care of these refugees? Are you nuts, President Obama? Are you nuts? We're obligated. We can't take care of our people. Why the hell? If we can't take care of our people, how the hell are we going to take care of the Syrians coming over? Now, they show the photo op of the young kids, and I understand that. And my heart goes out to them. It really, really does. But my heart goes out more to our people, to our family, our American citizens. Let's feed our people first. Let's don't shart the people in this great United States of America. Let's take care of our people. And then whatever's left over, let's don't hoard it. Let's give it to the Syrians. Let's give it to the people in Iraq and Iran. But our politicians, for whatever reason, They're more worried about what's going on across this great Atlantic Ocean, this great Pacific Ocean. Let's worry about what's going on with our family. Oh, there's 2 houses on fire, my house and the neighbor's. Well, I'm going to go try to put my neighbor's fire out. No, you take care of your own. But these rotten bastards, they don't care because they're taking care of their own. They're taking care of their family. They're taking care of their close friends. You can't leave one American behind. Educationally, financially, you can't do it. Let's help each other, people. Let's help each other. Is United States of America great citizens? But for these politicians to say we're obligated, not only are we not obligated, in my opinion, to feed them, these refugees, and again, my heart goes out to them, but my obligation would be to protect my people. And if there's one chance in a million that we let people in and one of those persons would destroy my family or would destroy your family, would you let one in? Would you take the chance? Hell no, you wouldn't. I wouldn't. And these rotten bastard politicians shouldn't. We got some more callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, Bob.
Hello.
Ken Deers.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, I'm associated with the Knights of Columbus also, down here in Cahokia.
Uh-huh.
And I've had the honor of being elected president of the board of directors for the Community Basket.
Okay.
I just want to I've been listening. I just want to let everybody know that whatever our esteemed mayor is doing will not keep us from opening. Our goal is to open next week.
Are you going to open before Thanksgiving?
That is our goal, and with or without his help, we will definitely achieve our goal.
Well, Ken, is there a number, since you're on the air, is there a number that they can call you guys if they want to donate a freezer or a refrigerator?
I don't have that number in front of me, but if they want to contact me, they can contact me on my cell phone, and I can give it to you now if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
314-779-4744.
Okay, Ken. People, you've got that number. Give us to us again, Ken.
314. I'm sorry, back that up. 618-779-4744.
Okay, and we'll have it here at the radio station. Ken, thank you very much. You guys keep up the good work there. And this shouldn't happen anytime. Shouldn't happen at the holidays. But let's remember, people, these less fortunate people out there in this great country of ours, they suffer not on Christmas only, not on Thanksgiving, but throughout the year. So let's don't be like these politicians. Let's just not remember the less fortunate people during the holidays because it makes us feel good. Let's remember them every day because they have to eat. Their families have to eat. And it's amazing. It's amazing how these rotten bastards, and watch, the photo ops will be coming. The photo ops will be coming. There'll be Kern. There'll be Bear Civic. There'll be Curtis McCall. There'll be these rotten bastards, Eckert. They'll be flipping a piece of ham and a piece of turkey on your plate, on the less fortunate plates. And I say to you, you rotten bastards, take that piece of ham, take that piece of turkey, and shove it up your greedy bastard political asses. That's what I'd tell you to do, because these people may be less fortunate, but they're just as good as anybody else walking the street. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. I got a call. Somebody said it's not very interesting talking about the food pantry, talking about the poor people, the less fortunate people, the people that are hungry. And I told the son of a bitch to kiss my ass. What the hell you talking about? There's nothing more important. We can talk politics. I can entertain you. I'd sit here all day and I'd twiddly-dee and twiddly-dum if it would help feed all the poor and unfortunate people, the hungry people in this great United States. So for the person to call, hey, kiss my ass. Go ahead, let's take another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, Bob, this is JR.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I agree with you about, you said that police officer was a coward. Years ago, I tried to outrun the Kaysville police and wrecked the car about 90 or 100 mile an hour. And my friend that was in the car with me, neither one of us was hurt, but we got thrown in jail. But about 12 or 15 years ago, he was married and had 2 children, and he committed suicide.
Well, apparently we lost the caller. We got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
Hey, the sad part about what's going on in Cahokia is a lot of the people that closing the food pantry has affected were ones that McCall bought their vote.
Well, you know, I can believe that. But here's the problem, hon. These politicians, as you know, they'll come out the day before the election, but you never see them again. Do you live in Cahokia?
I do.
Well, just...
I've purchased food, and as soon as the food pantry opens, I will be taking it down there for them.
Well, ma'am, thank you very much. You know what? You'll get a good night's sleep tonight. I'll get a good night's sleep. We're going to take care of the situation down there for Cahokia and anybody else that can help the less fortunate, not just in Cahokia, but all throughout this great country. Let's see what we can do. You see a poor person, a hungry person, buy him dinner. Give him a couple bucks, because it's not going to hurt you, and it may change his life. It may change his life. Thank you very much for the call. We're getting to the end. You know, this depresses me. It really does. But it is what it is. And let's try to remember the less fortunate, not just the holidays. How crazy is that? Oh, we'll go out and going to give them a turkey sandwich and a ham sandwich at Christmas and Thanksgiving. Let's give these poor people a helping hand. And I'll say it again. I would much rather be the one helping someone out than the one getting help. So all of you think about that. A few bucks out of your pocket's not going to hurt anybody. Coming up to the holiday season here. Thanksgiving, I guess, is a week from today. I don't know where the hell. I ain't got any place to go. It just pisses me off. I get a headache now. But gas. Well, we'll go here real quick. Gas, $1.79 a gallon. I'd like to know, and I'm fairly intelligent, how the hell do they come up with these prices? One day it's $1.79, and next day it's $2.50. Next day it's whatever the hell they want it to be. So, I mean, they're manipulating. That's the problem, people. Nobody takes an interest. They beat us down so hard. They beat us down in St. Clair County so hard. So many people are apathetic. They don't want to. We're not going to come out and vote. That's what they want. That's what your political enemy wants. They want you to stay at home. I just hope in 2016 that we can rejuvenate all these poor people that have been knocked down. You haven't been knocked out. Remember that. You've been knocked down. So get up, brush yourself off, and let's show these rotten bastard politicians what the hell's going on. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be fighting for the cause. There's going to be a lot of other candidates fighting for the cause. And someone said, well, we'll just vote against all the incumbents. And that would help out the opposition. But I say no. I say look at the candidates. If there's been a candidate that's been elected by the majority, if there's been a candidate that's done a good job, don't throw him out of office or don't throw her out of office just because he or she is the incumbent. Look at their voting record. Look at their political track record. See what they've done. But I do have to say here in St. Clair County, there's not anybody that I think has a track record worth being reelected. And I mean that. I've lived in St. Clair County my entire life. Most of you good people have. Most of the people in St. Clair County live here, stay here. There's not a lot of people come from someplace else to move to St. Clair County. Now you get a lot of people that live in St. Clair County trying to get the hell out. But let's don't let these son of a bitches beat us down to the point that we don't give a damn. Because if we don't give a damn, nobody's going to give a damn. Things will never change. Things can change in 2016, not just in St. Clair County, in Madison County, throughout the state of Illinois, throughout this great country. Never has to be the same. There's always changes. But let's make a radical, a drastic change in 2016. We need to get rid of God, Sprague, Mark, Sweet Cakes, Kern, these guys that year after year tell us how good the airport's going to be, tell us how good everything's going to be. You know, I'm running for state rep, and I've said I will fight to get rid of the airport to get that $12, $13 million off the backs of you hardworking taxpayers. I'll fight for East St. Louis. I'll try to get the riverfront redeveloped down in East St. Louis, because how East St. Louis goes is how this whole county goes. A lot of good people down in East St. Louis. Eddie Jackson, a black man, the state rep, he never fought. They're going to come up with that crap, these politicians, not the proud black community. Hey, Romanik's a white guy. Can't vote for him. I guarantee you I'll do more, not just for the black community, but for the white community, for our community. We need to get together and do something positive, people. And that's not, I'm not going to take a salary. I don't have a family I want to put to work. I'm going to give back. And we all need to give back, because these rotten, no-count, low-life, parasitical punks we call politicians have been taking so long. It's time. It's time that me and you, and especially those rotten bastards, give back a little bit to this great country that is giving us so much in our lives. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. People, let's try to help the less fortunate. You know this situation in Cahokia? It's all throughout this great country. People are going to bed hungry. United States citizens in this great, the best country on the face of this earth, the most powerful country, the most prosperous country, and there's millions of people that aren't eating. What the hell's wrong with that picture? So, as always, we can make a difference. So let's unite. Let's join forces. Men, women, black, white, Democrats, Republicans, don't give a damn. Let's join forces. Let's have an army of human beings to get out there and fight for what we believe in. Fight for what's right. Fight for what's good for not just us, but for everyone. Because if it's good for me and you, it will be good for everyone. So let's continue. Let's continue to research these rotten bastard son of a bitches. Let's continue to stay on the right path. Don't let them beat us down. Don't let them beat us out, people. There is hope. 2016 is the year of hope. So let's continue to expose, to drag, and you know the routine. It's like deja vu all over again. Let's get together. Let's become strong, and let's destroy this culture of corruption once or for all. Politically, of course. Destroy them politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade Radio.